Okay, it's Slice and Dice. I've covered this before, but it's fully out now. It's on Steam. It's on iOS. I'm very excited it's on iOS. I'm playing it on iOS almost exclusively. I just bought it on Steam just to make this video, but it's one of those games where like, oh, you know what? I probably bought it on itch.io, didn't I? So I probably bought it 3 times. But yeah, it's one of those games where like, of course, I'm absolutely happy to do this. I'm going to skip all tutorials. I'm not confident I've seen them all, but probably in the scope of this video, I'm not going to hit anything I've never hit before. So, if you're not familiar, it's a dice-based roguelike where each character has their own dice. And you can bring that up at any time by doing something with the mouse that I don't know how to do. Is it right-click? Okay, it's right-click. Like I said, I'm playing iOS. On iOS, it's just a long press, but I guess on PC it's a right-click. So the fighter, this is what the 6 sides of their dice do. This is a character called Lazy, which they only have 2 sides that do anything at all. The others, if you roll that, you just can't do anything. Thief, got some a range shot and some basic attacks. Defender, lots of shields. Shields you can target at yourself or at other party members. Yeah, there's 5-person party, which is quite a large party, but it's good. It kind of mitigates the randomness, I think. The idea is like each round of combat, you roll the dice, and then any that you like, you can keep. These are some very generous shieldy dice. What are the other options here? So I'm thinking I'd rather have the sword one, but on the other hand there's a lot of blank sides here, so it's kind of likely that I'll get nothing. But I don't really need 2 different 3 shields. I might take the risk on that one. Wow, I've got 2 defenders. This is a real defense heavy thing. Just going to play the odds on that sword because I think the 3 shield would literally, it would block 1 at best because I've already got this. So the only thing to think about really is like, can we kill any of these wolves? Because if we can kill one of them, you can see which people they're targeting. The enemies roll dice as well, and you can actually see what their dice look like, which is cool. They all have 6 different things they can do. I'm curious. I don't think it does any balancing behind the scenes, because if it was me designing this, like, you know, you want to give an enemy like maybe 1 super powerful ability and some less powerful ones, they could just roll a super powerful ability every single round, right? The balance is truly random. Unlike deck builders, like in a card game, one of the virtues of doing card-based randomness is that any string of bad luck is followed by a string of good luck, because you have to go through your whole deck. You will always eventually draw your best card and your worst card. Whereas dice, you could just get the worst luck forever. But I don't think they do any balancing because I think the game specifically brags about its physics-based dice rolling, like it's purely just how the dice happen to land. So we're going to block this guy. We can't kill a wolf. They've both got 6 health, and we're going to do 4 damage this turn. I'm still going to focus it on one of them. I don't think it really matters which, as long as it's consistent. And then when it's all equal damage, I'm looking at who's going to have the least health left. The thief would only have 3 health after this, so I better protect them. I love this game because there are quite a few dice-based roguelikes. Most of the others, the dice just roll numbers, and then it's you have spells that you slot the numbers into, and the spells have different sort of requirements for which kinds of numbers they take. I really like the characterfulness of this. Like, it's actually, I cancelled the game because of this game. not properly cancelled because it was just an idea, but you know, I'm always coming up with little ideas for things. And inspired by some of the other dice-based roguelikes, I was like, I want something like that, but I want the dice to have character. I want each dice to really like feel like it has a personality, and you modify it, you tweak it, and you kind of upgrade it and stuff. And this game just does this perfectly. And it's just like, well, there's no point in me making that. they've solved it and done it better than I would have, I think. Yeah, because, you know, this is a lazy guy. He's like 4 times out of 6, he does nothing at all. It's immediately characterful, right? And it's amazing how well this works. And there's another aspect to it that I really want to get into that is very much about it as a roguelike, and then showing off what some of the best things about roguelikes can be. This is a terrible roll. I don't even really want to keep that one. I think I'm just going to reroll everything. That's better. I don't especially want the other 3. I don't like the lazy guy. Like, I love it how characterful he is, but he's bad for our squad because we've got so much defense already. And 50% of his... one of the only 2 things he ever does is really good defense, which we don't need most rounds, as you've seen. And he's not going to roll the fucking sword, is he? Alright, but the good news is we can kill this guy, and that solves all damage except for the 3, so we're going to take none. and we'll be fine. The way you level up in this game is very interesting, very unusual. Because these guys, rather than sort of continually leveling up a fighter and getting a level 2 fighter and a level 3 fighter, everyone kind of like, what's the word? Not multi-classed, like subclasses. Like you develop into other classes in the same genre, but that are better but different, and so you can absolutely lose a good ability with a level up. Why did that happen? Oh yeah, must have right-clicked. Okay, so yeah. Every other level, you can sort of morph one of your current classes into a better class, into a, like, I don't know whether a thief is always a level 1 class and a rogue is always a level 2 class, or whether this is just a level 2 version of the rogue and this is a level 1 version of the thief. Because I feel like I've seen the Wanderer in particular, which is a class I really hope it comes up because it's my favorite class in the game. But I'm sure I've seen that at high level and at low level. I might be wrong, but anyway, the point is this is overall a better class. In fact, in this case, it's really easy to see this better. So for one thing, this guy has 3 blank sides, and this one has none. But this is a cool weapon. Does 2 damage anyway. But if the victim is on less than half health, then it does 4 damage. These only do 1 damage, but it's got cantrip, which means as soon as you roll it, that damage happens to a random target. And so, obviously, you can reroll in this game, so you can get the damage and then still reroll and get something else. These are poison. Poison's obviously good. This one just dodges. That's not a particularly great side, but it's better than a blank. What's our other option? Armorer. So if we went for this, we'd be replacing our defender, which, as I say, we're a bit defense heavy, so I kind of like that. Armorer is obviously a defense class as well, but it's got a big old hammer. 3 damage is great, but it has heavy, which is actually a downside. It means you have to hit the target with the most HP. Not usually a huge problem. It's always good to hit, to do 3 damage to somebody. And that at least means it's probably going to be somebody who has 3 health. This thing, I love the idea of it. I've never really found it that useful. So if we rolled this and we stuck with it, we'd apply +1 to someone else. But only for this turn and only for damage and shield side. So there's a lot of exceptions. This big shield can protect 3 people at once. I think it's going to come down to which of the classes we're replacing is worse. And I don't love this guy. On the other hand, he does have ranged. And in fact, in this very fight, you can see what fight's coming next. Ranged is useful here because this archer, when they're indented like this, it means they're in the back row. And you can only hit those with ranged attacks unless you kill everyone else first. So I think we're going to go Armorer because it's more damage, and although our thief isn't great in general, they're going to be good in this fight. And yeah, this is early enough on medium difficulty that I'm not worried about losing, but this is how I would play if I was, if we were at maximum difficulty. So that's a good side, but I'm still hoping for the bow if I can get it. Everything else is just reroll. That might be the best we're going to get from defender, and I don't mind going a bit heavy on defense because we've got quite a lot of damage incoming. 3 sword, I think that's the first time it's come up. Finally doing some good. But no range, that is a shame. So there's a no-brainer as to where to use the cleave shield. Cleave is a bit of a weird word in the context of shielding, but obviously this is often on weapons where you can hit 3 enemies at once. I'm gonna shield 3 of my guys at once. Now, I guess since we have 5 damage total, we can just kill one of the goblins. So which goblin is causing the most problems? It's not the trident one, because we're mostly protected against that. I think it's this guy who's doing 4 damage. So let's take him out. I'm never going to get used to the right click, left click thing, because I just played too much on iOS. Alright, so now we're down to just 3 damage on this guy, and in fact we have 3 shield totals, so this is going to be a perfect turn. Yeah, so I said every other level you level someone up. I'm trying to avoid reusing the word level there. Every other encounter you level one of your people up. The other times when you don't level a character up, you get an item, and that's what will happen after this fight, and I'll get into what that is and why it's cool at the time. I think I'll reroll Armorer and keep the Defender. Defender can't really do anything better than that, whereas the Armorer can. He can, in theory. I'll tell you right now, this is not a great build. Look at this fucking turn. This is terrible. I mean, yeah, we're safe as houses, but it is boring and slow. So I'm really going to want damage every time it's offered. I think it's actually because this is the first time I've played on Windows, or the Steam version anyway, it's intentionally not giving us any spellcasters. I don't mind that. That's not, that's just one particular build, but getting 2 defenders is pretty grim. I don't really enjoy that. Do I keep the 1 sword? Nah, I'm just going to keep shooting for gold. Please don't give me more shields. I mean, actually, I need some shields, but... here we go. Ranged. Now I can just shoot this archer. Oh my god, I've got a left click there, not a right click. So I think was that a goblin that was the last enemy? That if it had a little white flag on it, it means that if it's the last remaining enemy, it will run away. There's also another mechanic where if you massively outnumber the enemies, if you have a ton of health and they only have a little bit of health, then they will surrender, and you can just accept that surrender. It's the same as winning. So we've got an item. We've got a choice of items. Caster Root. What does that do? Replace blank sides with heal 1. Replaceable blank sides is great. Heal 1 is pretty fucking feeble. Anchor. At the start of turn 1, self shield 2. These are both pretty weak. Self shield, if everybody got 2 shield, that'd be great, but just 1 character, because we're going to equip this on someone in particular. I mentioned you can take a crapshoot, random tier 1 item. I mean, obviously everything at tier 1 is going to be fairly weak, but replace the middle side with dodge all damage. There might be someone who can benefit from that. Nope, not really. Pretty much everybody has something better than that. So these items are trash. I mean, I will equip it just to show you how it works. So probably this defender. So instead of his 2 shield, it gets that. So that's how items work, is you're replacing the sides. And the crucial thing about it is just that I can put it on anybody. And there's 2 slots. And as you can see, these things replace sides. So you could have one that like adds, a bow to this blank side. Maybe it replaces all blank sides. In fact, that one that replaces all blank sides with heals, let's say it adds, we equip that to the defender. You could then have another item that does +1 to all pips. So just the rating, the number and all of these things goes up by 1. And then if you equip the heart thing before that, then first the thing gets replaced by a heart, and then the extra pip gets added. So you get both bonuses. If you switch them around, you get a different result, because you get to choose what order they apply in, which I really like. And the best thing about it really is just as a roguelike, one of the great pleasures of a good roguelike is overrides, right? Sometimes call them pseudo cheats, like things that break the rules a little bit, that seem to, there's some restriction or limitation in place, and you get to bypass it, you get to override it. That always feels good, because you feel a little bit like you're cheating, but at the same time it is intended and you're not actually cheating. And so you often have items that are like, this is good, but on this character it's insanely good. And it's so good you feel like the developer didn't think of this. I got the better of them. They didn't realize I could put this on this guy, and then you get this crazy combo. And so this is such a simple system of just like, you either level up or you gain an item. And the items can go on anyone. The level ups are dependent on the character, like a yellow character can only evolve into another yellow character, but there are loads of different yellow characters. And just that little thing of like, each character is going to be carefully balanced and have a theme and be very coherent. And then the items, they have no idea what you're going to do with the items. They don't know where this is going, they don't know how you're going to combine those. And so that part feels really creative and really inventive and really personal. And that combination is just, it's just fantastic. It scratches all my roguelike itches, and yet systems-wise, it's so simple. Cleave Shield's actually not great here. We've got a ton of real heavy attacks going on just 2 people. I think I'll take the sword, but I'm hoping for a big shield. Actually, I'm going to take that. It has to hit the boar. It would do 3 damage to the boar. Gets him down to 4. We can almost kill him. Who's he attacking specifically? The fighter. We have enough defense that this may be okay. This is a little bit risky. Oh my god. Ooh. It's all damage, okay. I think this is going to be okay. But we can't take out the boar. So we might have to focus on 2 rats. The boar's doing 4 damage just to the fighter. That's fine. The fighter can survive 4 damage. This other rat is also going for that guy. So if we just slay that rat, fighter's safe now. So now it's about the thief. 2 rats are attacking the thief. We can take out one of those rats. So I'm focusing on them because this boar, you might notice we do have enough total damage to take out the boar, but the last pip of their health must be removed individually. So in other words, even if I did like 10 damage to him, I wouldn't kill him. He'd be down to that just 1 pip, and then I'd have to attack him again to get rid of that. And even if we could have done that, which we may have been able to with 4 attacks, it wouldn't have saved the thief and the fighter. So we had to be a bit smarter there. Okay, range is of no special interest to us this time, but it's still 2 damage. I think that's the best the thief can do. Yeah, it is. So actually, that's worth noting, on the thief, anytime the bow comes up, you should take it, because there's nothing better. Doing 2 damage in melee, there's no advantage to melee, it's just strictly worse than ranged. Range, because some enemies also have like a retaliation kind of thing when you hit them, and range bypasses that, so it's huge. So yeah, this guy could upgrade the range to 3. There are some situations where that's useful. We could go for it just because that is more damage, and the only other way we get damage with this guy is to roll the big hammer. Can we win this turn? I mean, if we take this, we've got 4. Killing a boar's tricky. We've got each of these guys is going to kill somebody, so I don't think we want to do. I don't think we want to stick with this. I think we'll take that. And we'll just see what we get on these guys. Because if it is shielding, that's not the end of the world. Maybe we stick with this now. Because I think we can save everybody. We can't save everybody if we don't kill anyone, but we will kill someone. I think it just sort of feels right to boost the bow and then shoot the rat. We won't kill the boar, but we'll get them close. And then with 3 defense there, plus 2 defense there, we're all good. They're only on 1 health actually. We have no healing. There are a lot of healing spells in the game. Okay, please. I want to change lazy really, or defender. Those are my 2 worst people. Fighter's sort of fine, boring, but soldier's also boring. I think whirl is the one we want here. So this thing just hurts everybody, including people who are in the back row who normally need ranged. This thing hurts 3 people. It's got the cleave power. This is the cleaving shield. This is a 3 damage sword, which is very good. The 1 blank side is not a huge downside. This is very good in general. I mean, it's just overall strong. That's just what I like about this is just very high chance of rolling decent damage. It's very unlikely that with 3 rolls, you won't get the opportunity to do at least 2 damage, and that's better than most of our classes at the moment. But this one's just more interesting. And what I like, so actually, here we go. Armorer, this little ability that buffs something by 1. Apply it to the ability that hits everybody. Now you're talking. Oh, it is lazy. Oh, I see. So these are both yellow classes, but they are actually modifying different people. So what I'm being offered here is the opportunity to change my fighter into a soldier, a boring upgrade, or change my lazy into a whirl, which changes it from a bad idiot into an interesting fun class. So let's definitely do that. Oh, here it is. That's exactly what I'm after. I mean, this fight isn't the best showcase of this. We're going to do 2 damage to 2 people between 2 of us, which is not that much better than just, you know, if we just both roll 2 damage things. In fact, no. I think it's worth doing. Like, that's probably a better side to roll, but let's do the fun thing. No one's going to die, so we don't have to roll any defense, but I'll take that side for sure. Oh, this is nice, actually. Yeah, I think given this roll, it still makes sense to armorer this thing. If it upgraded it for the rest of the fight, I'd be really into it, but it doesn't. We can kill the wolf. I think we should do that. Generally, I'd like to take out the alpha first, but it's just tough enough that that's not going to happen anytime soon. And as usual, I'll protect the guy with the lowest health. The lowest health after the attack. We got lucky here because one of the alpha's sides, two of the alpha's sides is this, which summons another wolf. And when they're doing that, you really want to take them out. I won't accept that actually, because that's the main advantage of that is cleave, which we don't need right now. In fact, I might just reject all of this. This cleave shield is nice here because they are attacking 3. In fact, with these 2, we completely block all damage, so that's nice. And some okay damage to hit back with. This will be quite satisfying to have with this cleave pay off perfectly. And then we don't need that side. There's a nice little feature of the game where usually it'll warn you if you haven't used all your dice, but I didn't use that shield because there was no point. There was no one taking no damage, and the game knows that, and so it didn't warn me about it. I guess we'll take the 4 shield since this person's going to die eventually. That's the most damage this guy can do, so I might stick with that. Oh yeah, perfect. This might be lethal. That's not quite. But next turn it will be, which means he has no chance to summon a wolf. Oh, he just ran away. Fair enough. Items. Ooh. Wait, what is that? Oh, it replaced the left side with 4 damage, -2 max HP. So let's look at our inventory. Who's got a bad left side? Left side tends to be your best thing. Left and middle are generally the 2 best things. And then the top and bottom are almost always the same. Or very, very often the same. And they're generally pretty good. And then if there's bad stuff, it tends to be on the right-hand side. And especially blank sides. If there's going to be one blank side, as you can see, it's usually on the far right. There's no hard rules about that stuff, but that's patterns I've noticed. So, who would we replace? Probably actually Defender. Just giving him big damage instead of big protect. Or Faint Halo. +1 max HP this fight whenever I save a hero. I think that's bad. I don't think that's going to come up much at all. Whenever I save a hero... Oh, hang on. Okay, so max HP actually means max HP and current HP. So you effectively heal, and there's no cap on how much you could heal. So that it's decent. When I first read it, I interpreted it as like +1 empty max HP. But in this game, if they mean empty max HP, they will say empty max HP. And when they say max HP, they mean you also get an HP with it. But Burning Blade's better. I was saying I want to reduce the amount of defense we have and gain more damage. That's exactly what this does. The fact that it loses some max health, I don't care about really. Okay, so goblins flee if they're the only ones left. Is that if alone? Okay, yeah. Snakes poison us, so I hate the snake, and I would love to kill the snake as fast as possible. Blocking, I think I'm right in saying blocking does not block poison. So if someone's doing 1 poison damage to you, if you block, you won't take any immediate damage, but you will still gain 1 poison. That is probably the best thing. I don't really like any of these. Armorer and Stabby. I like that. But if we do this, what have we got left here? That guy doesn't have a ton of shielding because we just replaced it. That guy has no shielding. We do need a way to save this guy. So we'd be doing 2 damage to everybody, and then we'd have 2 left over here. Actually, we can kill somebody. I mean, this is going to be like the best defense is a good offense kind of situation. I'd still like to roll a shield if I can, but I can't. Okay, so we upgrade the fork. The fork now does 2 damage to everybody. Ugh, gotta stop right clicking. To me, left click to select, right click to do a thing. That always feels most natural to me. I have played this a ton on PC way back in the day, but it's been too long. So now I definitely want to kill someone who's attacking orange, which as we can see is the 2 goblins. They're both doing the same amount of damage, so it doesn't matter which one we kill. Let's kill the top one. A little bit of shame because it would have been nice to kill the snake as early as possible. We'll definitely kill the snake next because the goblin will flee anyway. With 1 more damage we could have won this fight just in 1 turn. Probably feels at this point like just damage is the best thing in this game. But these are short fights. When you get into a boss fight, survivability does start to matter more. It's nice and easy. Okay, so now we can turn our fighter into a gladiator. These yellow swords have engage. Engage means they do double damage against targets with full HP, so it's a good first strike. This is really nice, it just does damage and it shields you. In this case the shield is self-shield, so you don't get to choose who it goes to. Trapper, ooh, I like this guy quite a lot. So these sides make the enemy vulnerable, which is just +1 damage from every from dice and abilities this turn. So it's very brief, and you can stack it, but it doesn't last any longer if you stack it. It just does more extra damage, which can be good. And in fact, with the Armourer, if we rolled the Vulnerable and the Armourer thing, I would use Armourer to upgrade the Vulnerable, and then we're doing 2 extra damage for every attack. But of course, we've already used 2 of our people, so it's less chance that we actually have a ton of damage to do. What does the Thief look like? Oh, the Thief's are actually really bad. And this one is ranged, so 4 damage, amazing, except that it only can be fired if it's going to kill. So they have to have 4 health or less. If they've got more than that, we can't do anything with this. But of course, this is a game where you reroll dice a lot, so if it comes up when you can't use it, just roll something else. The only thing is, the stuff isn't great. Like, Vulnerable is really good in the right context, but you've got to have pretty strong... Actually, it combos reasonably well with that Whirlwind kind of thing. But bear in mind, this is 4 damage on the first time you roll it, but pretty much, because there's usually at least some kind of enemy with full health left. If we replaced the fighter... Oh, he has no good shielding. And we would get really good shielding actually on that guy. So that's pretty tempting. Whereas this... I'm tempted to go over this because these blank sides just really bother me. But actually, this guy has reliable damage. Like, there's 50-50 that he rolls a 2 damage side, which is just good. It's just basically good. This is more situational. Genuinely torn on this one. Do any of our items help? Oh, we can replace a middle side, but I think both these guys... the thing we'd replace it with is what this guy already has. This guy, it's not better. I'm going to go Gladiator. I'm just feeling it. I think there's... First of all, our fighter is boring. And... I just feel like we're not set up to take advantage of Vulnerable. And the snipe is nice, but that would be all we get. On turn 1, I like this to hit everybody. We've got a big hit incoming, so I like the 4. It would be nice to potentially roll the Armourer stuff. But where else are we going to get a big shield at this point? This guy can mostly shield himself. Should we take this? No, we've got... Damn, we've got a 4 sword. I definitely want the 4 sword if we can get it. I think that's worth it. That's worth it. As we've established, you always take the bow if you get it. Ah, that's a shame. Alright, let's do this first. See where we're at. We've got 2 damage between these two, so we could kill the snake. Who is causing this guy problems? The bandit. Bandit's got a lot of health. Fleas. If an adjacent monster is overkilled by 2 or more. Adjacent is the operative word there. Oh wait, hang on. This guy. If an enemy I target gets 5+ shields, I flee. I can give... And who's he targeting? Gladiator. We actually can give the Gladiator 5+ shields. But that doesn't help the Thief at all. And I think we would have no way of helping the Thief if we did that. Gladiator would be fine, but wouldn't change what the bandit's doing. Doesn't count as overkilling. Although, let's show off the fact that this game has... So why isn't that not working? Okay. I did left click there. So I don't think this is going to work out for us, but I'm showing off the fact that you can undo everything, other than dice rolls, obviously. But back to when you committed to sticking with what you've got, you can rewind. So what are we doing? I think maybe we go for the snake, because not being poisoned is real nice. Militia we're probably going to be able to deal with. Bandits are real nasty. Let me see. He's doing another 6 damage to us. Look at those sides. Every one of those is nasty. Okay, we could do a fork and buff it. That's fairly good. Oh, but are you targeting Gladiator? No, you're not targeting Whirl. Because we could get the Gladiator to 4 defense. We can't get the Whirl to 4 defense from this. I'm sort of thinking about... Oh, we'll take that. That's as good as a Thief gets. Thief's our worst class now. Oh, that's great. That's great. We could go for both of those, I suppose. Let's try that. Because I believe we'll be able to kill Militia. Yeah, we'll just slay him the normal way. Ooh, 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 ooh. Shit. Shit. The Defender's the only one who's actually dying. So, oh, we could have... Ah, okay. So yeah, because I had a reroll left when I committed, you're actually allowed to rewind that as well. So, what was our mistake there? I feel like maybe taking these two was a waste of time. I mean, between this, he's got 7 health, so... Oh, could we overkill him? Feels like it should be possible, right? I think with the same dice we can do this better. Because we've got... What's this? That's 6. That's 8. We've got 10. We must be able to overkill this guy. So I'll do this again. Then I'll do this. And now if I kill this guy with 4, that is overkilling by 2, so the bandit should flee. Yeah. Ooh, that's nice. Longbow on top and bottom. The other one is Clover. +1 to the left side and -2 to the middle side. That combos well with... I mean, if we did the cloak, that can't be debuffed. It doesn't have pips. Like here, there's no pips on that, so -2 doesn't affect that. So that would be a nice little combo. In fact, +2 to that thing. Ooh, that could be genuinely pretty good. But look at the Thief. He's got nothing in the top and bottom. Adding bow to that would be great. So right now, that is the better choice. The longbow has a bigger advantage to our team. Oh, it's +1, -2. So we only get +1 to this. This is what I'd use. Oh, wait. No, maybe I'd use it on this. No. We don't use it on that because this is a good side. Whereas this guy, his best side is the left one. So +1 to that, it becomes potentially 6 damage, which is very good. And I'm just thinking about the future. You know, it's not unthinkable that we get a class like this with something amazing on the left-hand side, where the middle is less important than it is here. The bow, top and bottom, you know what? I think the bow is better, actually. My main instinct was this felt like a short-term choice, and this is potentially more long-term benefit. But actually, as you get deeper into the game, you get enemies that do nastier things when you hit them, and so ranged is really important. And you know, we will probably replace the Thief, and what we replace them with may not have X's on top and bottom, but it's still not a bad idea to go for it. Okay, I've got the Armourer. I'll take that. Or who are you targeting? The Gladiator. Aha! So we can make you flee, because it's still, he's going to flee. Oh, 5+ shields. It was 4 before, right? We can still do that, because we could buff him with this. I might take a chance on this, because I'm reasonably confident. Okay. Interesting. 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 I don't think that's actually good. I think it would be better if... Oh, shit. No, I don't want that. Ugh. I just wanted to undo that one selection. I don't think this is a good choice. I think almost anything else we roll here is better. Yeah, that's the same. Because I need to use the armor to upgrade this. So that upgrades the attack and the shields. So when we attack the Cyclops with this, we've got 4 shielding. Then when we apply 2 here, that gets rid of the militia. So we haven't done much to actually defend ourselves here, but that's probably okay. Cyclops, the little pip in the middle of his health bar, is he gets stunned when you take away that HP. Obviously, it is his eye. There's a lot of nice little... That's another little very elegant piece of theming. You know, the icon just is an eye. And they have... What is that? It's 3x3 pixels for these icons. And there's tons of different types, and yet they managed to make them like quite characterful and recognizable, which is harder than you might think. What are we doing here? I think defense is going to be a high priority here, because I see 2 people are going to die. That's the best the thief can do, as we know. Okay. Oh, we'll be able to stun him actually, so defense is not important. I can't undo it now though. Probably. Oh, that's very on theme as well, to use an arrow to blind him. Everything else is pointless, so could have thought that through better. But looks like we'll be fine. That's nice. This sadly won't do the 4 damage because it's not on full health, but 2 damage is still nothing to sniff at. Could do with a bit more defense here. There's one way to roll good defense. There's also a way to roll a lot more damage. And we did it. So I think we're better to just kill him. Yeah. Easy. Ah. The juggler. So all of these sides are cantrips. So every time you roll them, it just happens. And 2 damage, just as soon as you roll it, is great. Because then you can re-roll it, you get another 2 damage. The downside of this class is this one, which is 1 self-damage cantrip. And so the cantrip then cuts both ways. You roll that, you don't get the chance to say, no, I'm going to re-roll that. It's already happened. You've already taken the 1 damage. I've had jugglers several times before. They always die. Like I'll finish the run and it'll be like 0 deaths, juggler, 4 deaths. This is nice. So engage. It's really cool how this game uses engage. It uses keywords in 2 different ways. I mean, as I said right there, cantrip. Great. Cantrip's a great property. One of the best keywords. Just get this thing for free. But then you apply it to a self-damage thing, and suddenly it's like, oh fuck, that's bad in exactly the opposite way. Engage on a thing that attacks enemies, doing double damage on a full health enemy is great. When it's on a shielding thing, it's double on a target with full health. So now protecting someone who's already full health is way more efficient. And so then it becomes this kind of like knife edge balance. Like, as long as I'm fully protecting them, I can keep fully protecting them. But if I ever fail, it's going to get harder. But honestly, 3 shield is great anyway. The downside of him is these 2 blank sides. Let me see. Yeah, cloak doesn't really help us there. We don't have any items that really help with either of these guys, I don't think. I'm sort of thinking thief, because our armorer... Oh wait, our defender is bad, but this item makes up for it. He's actually pretty good with that item. Juggler's a lot of fun, and there's potential there. Would we still like to give them top and bottom bow? I don't think so. I think actually we put that on the defender, because they had a 1-pip sword there, so this is strictly better. It's twice as powerful and it's ranged. That's a big upgrade for him. Whereas cantrips, although it's mild, the fact that it's a cantrip is a big deal. Wow. I didn't even see what that was. It's just dead. So that's the joy of cantrips. Like, we don't even have to take this. If we did take it, it's still a 2 damage sword, which is great. But we don't even have to. I'll take that, I think. Oh no, he's got a 4 sword. I'd love to get the 4 sword if I can. Reroll the rest. Ooh. So cantrip actually fucked us a little bit there, because this is an engage sword, and if I could have taken that and used it first, that would have done 4 damage instead of 2. I think it's still the best thing we can get from this guy. I mean, actually the sword and shield would be nice, but since he has blank sides, I don't want to risk that. I'm inclined to take all of these. Just reroll the cantrip. Well, cantrip's completely paid off there. No self-damage at all. The slime, these little plus signs, that means it's going to spawn a smaller slime when we hit those, which is, fact of life. Now, in this fight, is it better if we kill the smaller slime, they will also spawn an even smaller slime? If we kill the bigger slime, they'll spawn another medium slime. Which is better? It's probably better to like go down the chain, right, and keep killing the smallest thing. I don't know. The maths on that is... Oh, wait! There's a great little consequence here. This is a fresh enemy. He's got full health. So we can absolutely just murder him like that. And then we can murder him like that, so that's definitely good. We're not protecting anyone yet. It's much of a muchness between these guys. I guess we'll protect... I think maybe the whirl. I think I could see a world where the whirl is doing us some good damage. Oh. I am going to... that's good. Everything else is bad. Actually, no, I'm going to let the defender reroll too, because they got the 4 sword. I'll definitely take that. Our juggler just hurt themselves with that cantrip. Oh, the 4 sword came up. Beautiful. Alright, let's do this first. It's... I see what's fucking me up now is it's possible to miss the enemies. Like if you click too far to the right, which is just seems pointless to me. Why not just count all of that as targeting? I wasn't trying to click on the rightmost pixel of the world, right? I'm never going to be trying to do that. I'm just going to kill you. That saves us all of the damage because newly spawned slimes are not planning to do anything. So that's nice. Yeah, I think strategically we went about this the right way. I think killing a smaller slime does pay off. Damn, the juggler's low. That is the tricky part. So now you've got a real devil's bargain here, because if I let it re-roll, it could roll this again and kill them. If I take it, I mean, I'm not going to cast that, that's just self-damage. But actually it's fine, because this guy's so low that we are going to be able to kill them, no problem. I think it's just this, doesn't matter which round you do that. Unlock a door. Beat level 8. Oh. I guess that was level 8. Okay, so what's that? Middle side with 2 damage poison. That's great. Add Death Wish to the 2 right sides. Death Wish means if you're dying, they do double damage. So here it's kind of interesting. The armor thing would be doubled. But only if the armor is dying, which I feel like, I mean, they're our toughest person. It's pretty rare for that to happen. Plus 2 poison, I'd definitely take it on the gladiator. I think that's the only one that actually helps. Or we give her a totally random item. I like poison though. Poison's good for like if anyone has any revenge damage. So this fanatic guy, he hurts himself with his attacks. All his things have pain on them. And that's a keyword you'll get on. There are some classes that have that on their own abilities. And they are tough to make work, I would say. 4 shield seems good since we're taking a big hit. I think hitting everybody is nice because there's a back row dude. And then taking the bow is also nice because that could finish them off. Ooh, that was nasty. So, cantrip on a sword, randomly attack the imp. Imps hurt you when you attack them. So, a double-edged sword, you might say. Something happened there. Like, I felt like something scrolled off, but I didn't see quite what happened. Okay, so I'm going to hit everything. He's going to take damage from 2 different imps from doing that. But now we can snipe the sniper. This single cantrip guy can kill the imp. Shieldy bloke. I think we'll go for... That works well with the imp because he protects himself, so the self-damage doesn't count for as much. And then we'll take the whirl. That's a pretty good turn 1. Fanatic's going to kill themselves. This is where... Oh wow, the cantrip just killed the imp. So all we need to do is survive. Actually, that's not good. I guess that's the most offensive thing he has. Let's see if we can do better on the others. We could try going for damage, which is a pivot. He's got 8 health. I don't think we're going to make it. I think we need to... I really want to get 4 defense on this guy. Okay, is that enough? We can certainly get 3 defense on him. Oh shit. Have I fallen in the cracks here? I can do 6 damage. He's got 7 health. Let me just check that I'm doing the maths right there. Yeah, I am, unfortunately. Is there any way to save the defender? Because I think that's just not enough. Because this is self-shield. I don't think we can save the defender. I mean, there's no choice to be made here. Everything just fires. Let me just check. I use up on way rerolls, right? Yeah. Alright. Nothing we do here. We're going to lose the defender. When you lose a character, they're not lost. They just have half health on the next fight. So it can be a bit of a vicious cycle. The monk is great. It's going to be the monk, I think. So the monk's shieldy guy, like hand shield thing, means that you can like take all the damage from someone else and also shield yourself. That's really nice. This thing, repel, that's really nice, right? It shields yourself and it hurts hang on. It shields the target and it hurts everyone who's attacking them. I really like that, but something bothers me about it, which is that anything that's like spiky that hurts you when you attack it, the monk will get hurt for doing this. And there's something about that doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel like that physically makes sense. I feel like I'm casting like a ward on my friend, and because you're attacking them, your shit bounces off, and you know you get that little nasty shock from my thing. I don't see how your thing then hurts me. Like I'm not even close. I'm like standing back and casting this in my head. So that's one of the few things that feels like it's not inconsistent. It's just like it's off theme. It doesn't seem to fit the theme of what that ability looks like how it would work. Warden's just very boring, isn't it? It's definitely going to be monk. So it unequips the items for that class. Oh yeah, this shield with the white bars, that's cleanse, which cures things like poison. That can be really nice. Weaken is another really nasty one that you get where it just reduces the pips of your sides. That can completely neuter a character, so it's good to be able to cleanse. Where should we put this for now? I don't really want to lose the cleanse. I'm actually tempted to put on this guy. And then top and bottom arrows. I'm almost thinking about putting that on the armorer. What are we facing right now? So there is a flying guy, so having range is good for him. I think this might be a good time for it. The armorer. And then, oh, you know what? It's not a big improvement here, but it is absolutely an improvement here, because they had 3 damage that they can only do to the highest health enemy. Now they have 4 damage they can do to anybody. It is, I mean, this swirly thing is only good if there's 4 enemies. That's the only time it does 4 damage. And even then, that's not the kind of damage you want to do. Do you know what? I actually think it's better here. This is big single target damage, this is big single target damage, that's big single target damage. I think that's better than sort of replacing something with something similar. But yeah, I think like 2 of the core ingredients of roguelikes are, you know, carefully balanced, characterful class and item and whatever choices, and then like very player directed sort of broken overrides, you know, these items in this game where you can combo them with stuff in a way that feels yours. It feels like you're doing it. I think that's really powerful. I think we're going to reroll both of these. I still don't really like forks here. If we can have a 4 damage, I'd rather have 4 damage, and I can. If I'm going to hit, I'm going to hit here. Okay, that's good to know. So that little grey pip meant that if that's lost, they go invulnerable for the rest of the turn. I'm fine with that, I think. The monk is probably going to have to save themselves, which is not a good demonstration of that ability, but we'll live with it. The 4 damage could go on the Slimer. And then we've got 4 damage left. Can't use it on the ghost. I wonder, once the slimelet is gone, are we allowed to attack the Wiz? No, that's interesting. We can't attack the Wiz because the ghost is attackable, but the ghost is not damageable. So we actually can't attack anything, which is kind of annoying, but not inconsistent. Alright, I'm saying he's going to be overkilled by 5, which I don't love. So let's take the 4. Let's take the 3. That seems decent since Gladiator is going to be damaged this turn. And that's also good. Okay. So who is killing the monk? Ghost is killing the monk. That solves that problem. That stuns the Wiz, so now he's not doing anything either. Because he's the only thing left, anyone can attack him now. And actually we didn't need any of that defense. And he ran away. Shining Bow adds range to all damage sides. That is huge. Ambrosia adds rescue to the left side. Rescue, sorry, I was a bit faster. This side can be used again if it saves a hero. It's fine. It would be good. You know, it would be good for that ability, but it wouldn't work there because it only affects the left-hand side. So all damage being ranged is the big one I like there, and it's really just a question of who gets it. I mean, Juggler? No, that's not a good idea because you can't manually target these most of the time. I think it's going to be Gladiator because the shield attacks also would be ranged. Or Whirl. Oh no, wait. Probably not Whirl because these tridents, although they can't target a flying enemy, they can target an adjacent enemy to a flying enemy, and then they will hit the flying enemy. I think it's going to be on Gladiator. This is a very good item. Spiker. Every time I hit this guy, he hurts me for 2, so hate that. This has engage on it, so I like that. It's a little bit tempting to actually take this rather than re-rolling, because it's his best side, her best side, and I don't want her to randomly attack the Spiker and get hurt. But then what am I going to do with the Spiker? I want to poison them. Do I have any poison? I know. Oh yeah, the Gladiator has poison. Is it worth re-rolling the Gladiator? Because actually, it's a really good time to do engage. Oh yeah, I'm keeping engage because the zombie, that 4 next to the zombie, I die if I take 4 or more damage in a single attack. Well, this is 2 times 2 because you're on full health equals death. I think I'm going to take this. And I think I'm going to take this. I'm not worried about the monk dying because we're going to deal with at least one of the people attacking him. That might be nice. And so we go for the zombie first. Just instant kill. Now no one is dying, which is good. The bones, these are skeletons, when they die they do 1 damage to adjacent enemies. So this hitting them seems good. Now let's have the monk defend the whirl, and then the armorer defend the monk, because then the whirl is going to attack. It's only going to do 1 damage, and they'll take 2. The 2 gets redirected to the monk, and the monk had more than enough shield. So now with the Gladiator, I would reroll to get the poison because engage is no longer good. Yeah, Juggler took a nasty hit there. Not much I can do about that. I think those are still pretty good. Oof, Juggler, you got to stop doing that. I mean, should I? If I keep it back, I suppose I should keep it back because not to use it, but to not use it. Because anything else they roll, they're gonna die. So I'm just keeping it back to keep them alive now. Because I don't believe there's any way for me to, like, you know, I've committed to this shield. What I kind of like to do is cast that shield on the Juggler and then re-roll the rest. I don't believe you can do that because if you click this when you're not done re-rolling, it just uncommits it. So this person does need saving. I think monk might be a good way to do it. Then we could do What if we did like a big shield on the whirl? They take a swing. Gladiator can take a swing and defend themselves. And Juggler should just do nothing because they'd die if they attacked. I mean, so that was the Juggler rolling a cantrip which attacked the Spiker and then killed themselves. Maybe I should have stepped in with Juggler sooner and prevented them from doing stuff. You know, with a Spiker on the board, they're just kind of a liability. Oh, this is ranged. Oh, he doesn't even take damage from this. Okay, then we're done, because that will just do it. I mean, actually, even if it was melee, that would have worked fine. Lich is going to, I think, summon bones when we take them down, so we'd love multi-target stuff here. Eccentric. Ooh. This one has Descend. Also hits below the target, so it hits 2 people. Those are all very good. This one's very beefy. That big solid chunk means 5 points. It has Exert, which means that turn after, all their sides will be blank. This one is just 2 shield, but you can use it twice in a turn, which is nice. I would go with the Eccentric if there's something I can do to replace those X's. So we can certainly replace the middle one. We can replace up and down. Are they up and down? No, we wouldn't want to replace both of those because the 4 is kind of part of what we're getting out of it. Can make everything ranged. I can replace middle side with poison. That's pretty interesting, actually. Oh, but this has a 2 pip cleave shield. That's pretty big. That's like 6 defense in the right circumstances. Stalwart, just everything about them is good, really. Like, all of that stuff is nice. Might be Stalwart. So what's the Gladiator like? The Gladiator's pretty good, actually. That's Engage is really nice, Poison's really nice, this self-defend thing is good. Yeah, we're going to do Stalwart. So they've unequipped the bow, and I think that's a decent choice. I might put the bow on this guy, because the trident hitting 3 people is nice, but since it only does 1 damage, it's not a big deal. With the armorer affecting it, that's a way to get it to be decent, but we've just lost the armorer, so yeah, this is all decent. Like, tridents actually are fairly good against bones because there's a lot of targets to hit. None of them are that tough, and when they die, they do damage to each other, so you can get this nice little critical mass where you start to really shred that whole army. But I don't think it outweighs just having more damage. Oh, plus range is really important for the Lich, because the Lich, as you can see, is in the back row, and we definitely want to kill the Lich as soon as possible. I think I'm just going to reroll everything, because the Cleave Shield would be good on him. Oh, maybe the Monk. How many different people... Loads of people are attacking grey classes. Are they attacking the same grey classes? No. So basically 2 people are attacking each of these guys. So if we rolled the eye thing, the repel would do 1 damage to 2 people, which is not that important. I think since someone's going to die, we probably want to do this. And everything else should be rerolled. That's a good result for this guy, but I'm hoping to get more out of them. Yeah. Okay, this is looking good. Yeah, that's the best thing we can hope for there. That's the best thing we can hope for there. That one, Engage, would be really nice on this guy. He could roll a blank, which would be very bad. Oh, no, we definitely want to reroll, because if he rolls a poison, even though it looks like a melee ability, we've got that magic bow on him, so that would be something we could actually use to target the Lich. Getting poison on the Lich would be the best thing that could happen to us. Oh, I probably should have saved the Jugglers thing there, because they had a 2. Although actually, no, rolling a 1, it does 1 damage now, and then I also get to use it to do 1 damage, so that's as good as keeping a 2, isn't it? So we have exactly 3 damage here. I'm tempted to just kill that guy. Does 1 damage to the Lich. Oh, the Lich, as soon as he loses any health, spawns another Bones. Fucking great. Oh god, we've only got 1 damage left. That's a little alarming. I'll protect the whirl, then all these guys are taking damage. If we do that, it's decent, but the monk is still taking quite a lot. We'll go for that one, because killing one in the middle of others is nice. Oh, he's weakened us. Weaken is really bad. That's really bad. I think it's 2 weaken. Yeah. So everything's reduced by 2, which means most of it just does nothing. That is great though. That's cleanse, so we can unweaken some people. This is ranged and engage. If we cleanse this guy, then we can kill his bones in 1 hit. The death blast from the bones will kill that bones. Death blast from that bones will kill that bones. So that would be really nice. Cleave shield. I'm gonna reroll that one. Yeah, I'm rerolling all of this. That bow is good, I think. Ah! Little cascade happened automatically. So that's useful to us. Engage is now useless to us, so it's probably not worth unweakening that guy. I think we might as well just shoot this guy. And then... Oh, no incoming damage. That helps. Weaken, I think, will go by itself, so actually this shield is no longer useful. Except to unweaken someone this turn. Oh, does that mean... Oh, they've actually rolled a 2 damage thing. I mean, same for both of these, I suppose. Whichever one you unweaken can do 2 damage. I'll do this guy, though. Yeah, I don't know if it would have been better to spawn a skeleton this turn if we could. Like, I couldn't, but I haven't figured out whether spawning a summon at the end of your turn is better than it spawning at the start of your turn. I'd quite like to get the engage back on that guy. This is really nice. We've got a lot of damage incoming, so that's protecting these 3 people would be great. Don't think we need 2 of them. Yeah, I think we'll reroll the rest. Juggler took some damage there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, that's a bad roll. Okay, nice, nice, nice. So do I just whack that bones? I think I do. Of course he spawns another one. But that's, you know, it can feel like you're treading water, you're not getting anywhere. He's only got a limited number of times you can do that. If we are killing the bones and we're staying alive, we're doing alright. Can I kill that bones? No, I can't. If I'm not going to... Oh, I actually can't attack the Lich anyway, so it's got to be him. And then, who is most in need of defense? It's certainly going to be the Juggler. I think probably just Juggler and the ones adjacent to them. And then you can defend yourself. That's all alright. I think this is going okay. I think we're going to lose the Juggler because we can't really control... You know, the first roll just has to happen. Ooh, Exert is nice here. As long as we can kill that one. Which we can with that. Oh god, there's so much weaken going on. Should we take this? Is that as good as we're going to get? I think it is. Ugh. Oh, that's nice. Because he's weakened, his self-damage doesn't do anything. And 2 of his sides still do enemy damage. So you've actually done me a favour there. The Juggler is better weakened than they are not. And that can cure weakness. How weakened are you? Just so you are weakened by 1 currently. Next turn you'll also be weakened by 1. That's not worth using a cleanse on, I don't think. I'm inclined to do this. And then, now that all the minions are dead, we can really go for this guy. Of course, as soon as we get 4 damage off him, he's going to summon another bones, and then he won't be gettable. Let me see. If I cleanse this guy so it's 4, 4 will make him spawn a bones, but then we've got another 4 ready to kill the bones. And then I think next turn will be good. We'll still be weak, but there won't be any more skeletons, so we can still hit them directly. Just so you know, runs are fairly long in this game. Sort of an hour plus. For me, anyway. I don't love that, but I am weak, so maybe I can't be picky. I think Monk's hand thing is going to be useful. Although cleanse would have been nice on him, but we do have some other cleanse somewhere. Poison I've got to go for, I think. Okay. It's not a great turn. It's not a great turn. Defend the juggler. Hit this guy with poison. Hit this guy with a sword, which is going to spawn another fucking skeleton. That's the last time he can do that. No more of that shit after this. He's doing weaken every fucking turn. He's only got 2 of those in his roster. Oh, no he's not. Oh god, it summons a bones. Please don't summon another bones. I'm so bored of them. We can unweaken with this. I think we should do it. We can stab with that. I think that might be a good one to keep, because if I let him reroll, he might kill himself. Another poison on the Lich would be nice. If the monk defended this person, can they take the damage? I think they can. So I should do that as well. And that's really nice too. Okay. Cool. This on him seems good. Oh yeah, and then we're just done. Phew! That was a bit of a hairy one. Ocular armor, +1 to the left hand side. What does sparks do? Cantrip to all sides with exactly 1 pip. Hello. That sounds like it could be fun. So it's interesting on there. It would defend people, damage people. This one already has cantrip on all the sides. That's the only one where it really pays off. And the other thing is +1 to the left hand side. Good on the engage. It's good on the cantrip. That's it. Those are the only 2 where it would be good. If we had something really special on the left hand side, I would jump at that. It's not going to be the cantrip one because it doesn't really help us. In fact, go sides. Is that good? It's not. I'm torn on that. I'm very torn. It's kind of interesting. I mean, actually, the cleave shield is probably one of the best things you get cantrip on, because shielding 3 people. Because cantrip is undirected, you get to choose who it affects. But if it's affecting 3 of your people and shielding them, that's usually good. So if we had someone with a lot of those, I'd definitely go for it. I'm tempted to just try my luck on something else, because level 6 is pretty good. Ghost shield. Start of each turn, self shield 2. Okay, I like that. Juggler could do with that, since they keep fucking killing themselves. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that happens in advance, so the self-damage is going to be pretty well handled. That's great. I like 3. I would normally jump at the cleave shield, but actually we're only taking 2 damage this turn, so I guess not. I guess let's hope for some actual attacks. That one, no, engage would be really nice right now. And I'm going to let the cantrips roll again. Definitely take poison. Definitely take that. Wow, I actually got exactly what I wanted, which is damage on everyone. Obviously juggler's not exactly what I wanted, but this is pretty good. So let's think about it. Bandit is pretty damn nasty. They've got like such vicious stuff. Demons can summon imps, which I don't like, because imps then hurt you when you attack them. Alphas can summon wolves, which I also don't like. This is what's called a target-rich environment. All these fucking people are high priority. We probably can't kill the alpha before they spawn, or can we? Shall we try it? I mean, there's a generous undo, so no. I mean, it's close. We can probably get them to die right after they spawn the thing, which is not nothing. Actually, no, we can't, because since they're not targeting us, this is no use. In that case, do you know what? Poison on the demon is something we really want. I think we just do that no matter what. That's for undoing a lot. Because these little pips of must be removed by dice damage. Wait a minute. Does poison count as dice damage? Like, I inflicted it with a dice. It's fine, because they're going to be poisoned all the way down to nothing. So they're just a tough target. It's good to poison them. And what are they doing? What is that? Summon an imp. Fuck, that's exactly what I didn't want. Can we kill this guy in one turn? No, he's got pretty much the same health, right? Okay, so we die right after summoning it. That might be better. The only thing is we could actually kill the bandit. Then we take no damage at all. The bandits resist 1 damage. Oh, that's just 1 hit. That's pretty good, isn't it? We've already poisoned the demon. Yeah, let's do bandit first, demon next. I think there's nothing I can do with that, so we just leave that. I really like that sound effect. He's obviously like howling to summon his other things, and like the low... I'm generally not that big of a fan of like lo-fi sounds, but that is a really cute one. Engage. I like engage. And this defense looks good. I really like this item on the juggler. That's really working out for us. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, you know what? Engage is suddenly not so good. It can only be used on the alpha now. I want to kill... Let's see, who's causing us the biggest problems? I'm not asking what the side does, I'm asking who's attacking it. I guess we just look at these damage things. But alpha is the nasty one. I don't think we can kill the alpha this turn. Again, rather than do the math, let's just try it. No, we can't. We can kill the demon this turn. And a 3 damage would be ideal, because that's what it takes. We can certainly kill the imp this turn. Actually, not too worried about what the imp is doing. That wolf, 4 damage on that wolf would be really nice. That's just a nice clean kill. We use all the pips there. Maybe the 2 and 2. Actually, the 2 and 2 going on the imp is not good, because then we're taking damage twice. It makes more sense to do this and then that. We haven't got rid of both of the spawners, but it might be okay. Is that worse than just the stalwart taking damage? It kind of is, isn't it? Even though I block 3 of the damage, I end up with 2 health. I might block someone else then. Yeah, that's better. In terms of like keeping the minimum health of our party high. So if demon's an easy kill now, we can stop them before they summon anything else. Alpha's not... Oh, case in point. Let's take engage. Although if we roll this again, this might be a case where it's better to keep this, because if we roll it again, doing... I mean, if it does 2 damage, that'd be great. If it does 1 damage, that's less good. You know what? We should just let it happen. I don't care about defense at all. I will take that for whirl, I think. Oh no, no I won't. There's better things. I said there's better things. Okay, the 1 damage wasn't great, but it's fine. We lost the engage, but I think we got 2 damage out of it anyway, so yeah. This is pretty much over, I think. Oh, what was that for? Roll 2 on all sides. Okay. Sure. Well done, me. I mean, this is done anyway. Kill, kill. Level up. Okay. Right. Okay. So this is the pain one I was talking about. 8 damage and pain. They... Look, slice and dice. I see what you're going for here. You think pain, that's a downside, because I take as much damage as I deal. So, you're going to be nice to me and compensate. And, like, because you've got this big downside, I'll make it do loads of damage. Tons of damage. Brilliant. Except, I take that damage, so that's worse. Like, I'd rather have something that does, like, 3 damage, and I take the 3. I don't want to take 8 damage, it's going to fucking kill me! What are you talking about? This one does 10 damage and it fucking kills me. That's the downside, is it fucking kills you. This one, 2 damage and bloodlust, +1 pip for each damaged enemy. I would love something that was like, you know, damage proportional to how much health all the enemies have lost. But just number of different damaged enemies. You know, this next fight was only 2 enemies. So, at most, +2. And that requires us to damage both of them. I just Pain, it only works if you have someone else in your party who can protect you from... There's someone who can just like save you from death. There's even an artifact that can just prevent self-damage entirely, in which case this barbarian would be incredible. But no, I like our gladiator. I mean, yeah, okay. The brief thought just then was like, I've got this ranged item on this guy. If something's pain and ranged, you still take the pain damage, right? It's not like, you know, if it was a triggered effect on hit, range would bypass it, which would be amazing. But pain is, you're doing it to yourself, so no, that doesn't help. Fencer I have never seen before. 2 damage double use, that's lovely. That's, you know, 4 damage, plus it's flexible. 6 damage pristine. Times 2 if I have full HP. Alright, so I guess that is a bit different to engage. It's not about how much health the victim has. Well, I'm very keen on this Fencer. We've got good value out of the Juggler, but both these things are really cool. I mean, if I have full health, like, to be clear, if I don't have full health, this is still a 6 damage attack, which is the best attack we have in our whole party. If I do have full health, it's a 12 damage attack. That's just fucking insane. We're definitely taking the Fencer. And I'm actually thinking maybe we put the range thing on the Fencer. Because look, this would be 2 range damage any way we want. This one that hits everybody regardless. But 6 range damage is very fucking good. It's very fucking good. Start of each turn, self-shield. Who should that go on? Like, the Whirl might be the one who benefit from it, but they don't have a free slot. I think probably... What about the Monk? Because the Monk draws damage to themselves. I think it would be fine on the Fencer, but the Fencer has a way to defend themselves if they are in a lot of trouble. Oh man, I'm really excited about this Fencer. Hydra. That 5 means if they take 5... Sorry. If they are hit 5 different times in one round, then they die. I take damage 5 times. So it's not about doing 5 damage, it's about hitting them 5 times. You have 5 people, so you want everybody to cast damage all at the same time. Is that what I'm going to go for? Am I going to try and do it? There's limited ways that person can deal damage. There's only one way this guy deals damage. It's very unlikely I get that. I don't think I'm really going to go for it. There's not a ton of damage incoming, really. I like the poison here. I might stick with the poison. Cleave defense is really good here because there are 3 people next to each other being attacked. The Monk's one... It's decent. I'm gonna hope for the cleanse here, because these guys are going to be weakened. Cleanse has this nice effect where it actually prevents incoming debuffs. So you don't have to wait until you get debuffed. That's okay. This would be 2 damage. No, it's stupid. I'm not doing that. Okay, we got it. They're on full health. This is going to be insane. I can insta-kill the ogre. Let me just... since there's undo, let's just see... Wait, what? What's going on? 6 damage, plus 3. Ranged, pristine. Pristine. Times 2 if I have full HP. You do have full HP. You got full HP. Where's the times 2? I mean, you're not counting the stuff that I'm going to take against me, are you? Because weakened... Correct me if I'm wrong. Weakened is incoming, right? This is turn 1. Nothing's happened yet. This is a preview, isn't it? Weakened 2. All sides reduced by 2. Next turn. Incoming. So that hasn't happened. This thing. Pristine. Times 2 if I have full HP. I have full HP, don't I? Actually, there's a way we can test this. If I defend them, and then I try it. What the fuck is the problem? What am I missing here? 6 damage, plus 3. What's the plus 3 there? Where are we getting that? Oh, it's already done it? It's a 3... Ah, oh, for fuck's sake. So because it's so fancy in the way it's previewing stuff, that it misled me about the base damage. I thought the base damage was 6. So the +3 is for the pristine. It's not +3 and then it's pristine. It's +3 because it's pristine. Ah, that's much less good. Oh, damn. Huh. Don't know if I would have taken this class if I'd known that. I mean, 6... It's still good, I guess, but I thought it was going to be doing 12 damage. Come on, you can't bring me down from that. So, defending the fence there makes no sense. We can still kill the ogre, right? And we probably should, because we're not going to kill the Hydra this turn. The ogre's pips mean that they get +1 to all their pips from then on, each time you do that. And I think, yeah, most of their attacks are this stomp, which just hits everybody. So it's quite a big deal that they keep leveling up. So I think we're going to have to just kill the ogre just in a very conventional way. And then no one is taking damage because this is just a weaken. But it is a double weaken, which is not great. If I protect someone, I don't get... Oh, I do. I take the weaken. That's interesting. I think that's worth it. Should I take the weaken off the fencer? Yeah. I think that's the one I want to stay at full power. I mean, I'll take the 6. It's not what I hoped for, but still pretty good. These are bad, but only because we're weakened, right? They are the right things that I would want. And I can cleanse. I think poison is probably smart. Hang on. There's a chance here. Ah, there's not. There's not. Ah, that's annoying. I thought maybe we could do 5 damage in one turn. Because these guys are nerfed, there's no way they do damage. The only way they do damage is if we take something like cleanse, but then by taking a cleanse, we're giving up on one of the hits we could have made. So there is no way for us to do 5 damage. I'd like to roll another cleanse in that case. I could take that, that might be good. So I'm going to cleanse this guy so that he can poison. 6 damage from the pristine, 2 damage on the whirl. Monk's going to take the whirl's damage. It's going to be a bad day for the monk, but we will live on. That's pretty nice. Oh! It is kind of possible, especially this turn when no one's weak. This turn we could do 5 damage, 5 different attacks, because this guy gets 2 attacks. So we only need... I think we're there. I think that's it. I'll still try for the attack on this one. But unless I'm much mistaken, that's an attack? This is an attack. I mean, we'll probably do it with damage anyway, but... Okay, yeah, they're gonna die for 2 reasons at the same time. But that's cool that we can pull that trick off. Metal studs. +1 pip to all shield and self-shield sides. Thimble. Immune to damaging. Oh, shit! We should have taken the barbarian. That's what I was talking about. This is one item. I just thought it was vanishingly unlikely that we'd draw that exact item in this run. But yeah, the barbarian with all those pain sides, the pain just wouldn't count at all. Oh, that's kind of heartbreaking. That would have been real fucking good. +1 pip to all shield and self-shield side. Shield and self-shield sides. That's fucking hard to say. Everything the monk does is that, because even these have shield on them. Everything this guy does is that, almost, except for the exert. And triple shield cleave is pretty nice. And even that one where you get shield 3 twice, that's pretty great. It is very good for the stalwart. It's even good for the gladiator, because that's 3 different things, one of which does extra damage. So I think I'm probably going to take that and put it on the monk. I'm a little bit tempted to roll for another 7, because, you know, stuff like that, it's pretty fucking strong. This is good for us. It just doesn't, like, speak to me as, like, a super-powered late-game item. I'm going to roll the dice. Glass heart. Death is permanent, +1 pip to all sides. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, you're going to tempt me into something terrible, aren't you? Like, what if that was on the fencer? That's now 8. These are 3 twice. That's 2 to everybody. But if they die, they're gone forever. Oh, god damn you, game. Don't do this to me. And I sort of can't put it on the monk, even though it would do everything that the shield one would have done. But the shield one would have done it without a downside. And so I can't accept just having an outcome that's just strictly worse than what I would have had if I hadn't rerolled. That's got to be the Fencer, hasn't it? The Fencer's so fucking cool. And they just get even cooler. And we'll just have to sacrifice everything to save them. Would it be worth... No, if they had a spare item slot, I'd consider giving them the cloak. Because then they have a way of saving... Oh, wait, they already have a way of saving themselves. Because it's 2 damage to everyone. It's fine. Early game, that would have been amazing. Right now, it's decent. It's not incredible. There are other sides. I'm rooting for these 3 sides to come up. I'm not really rooting for that one so much. This is going to be fun. This is a fun trade-off. Oh, I hate that fucking purple skull. That's so scary. I mean, it's late game, so we're doing all right. I feel like 3 twice is hard to beat. I mean, the only way to beat it is to have 8 damage, but you know, we can kill a snake just straight up. Poison's great. That's great. Actually, both of these are great. Oh, I think I might just stick with this, unless there's something really strong. No, I don't see how it gets better than this really. So I could actually. Oh, this is going to be very good. So the snake is poisoning 1 of us. The troll is poisoning 3 of us. We can't take out the troll, can we? I have 6, 9, 11. They have 15. No, we don't. So my plan is to 3 and then... No, the poison should go on an enemy that's going to survive this turn. Even if it means overkilling a little bit on the snake. So I think we just focus on the top troll. And then we're going to cleanse. If we're going to protect anyone, it's going to be the Fencer. I could, if I was going real crazy, I could... Oh, in fact, I'm going a little bit crazy and let's use the 3 on her. Because she is very important. And I guess the Whirl is the most threatened other character. This is going to go well, I think. I think this is I think we're in a strong position in this fight. We've just got a lot that works. So that, yeah, with 2 enemies left, that's not that exciting. The cleanse I'll keep. The 3 I'll keep. Everything else I'll re-roll. That's great. Gladiator would protect themselves. Yeah, I'm not mad about it, but it's not what I would have chosen. Who is hurting the Whirl? Them for 3, so they are the top target anyway, which is nice. Both parties are hurting the Whirl, so I might as well do that now. Hit both of them. Let's do this, then this. Oh, that's slightly awkward, isn't it? Let's not do the 4, let's do another 3, and then a 2. And save the 4 for this one. And then who most needs the shield and the cleanse? Whirl is going to be the lowest on health after this, but they're actually taking 1. Monk is the only one who needs cleansing. It would be cool if cleanse got rid of that death thing. That would probably be too easy. I think we shield the Fencer. I don't see a world where they actually die, but given that there's no one else is in urgent need, we might as well just protect our most valuable commodity. This is so fucking good. This is so fucking good. Everything's really good. Yeah, this is probably a kill. Yeah, that's a kill. That's an overkill. They're just killing trolls. What does a troll nose do? I'll start with a regen. That's great. Regen hasn't come up yet. It's you know, it's just 1 health per turn per regen. But it's great because it never wears off and you can stack it as much as you like. So I've had crazy runs where like my whole party has like 5 regen each. Interesting. Oh wow. Okay, so both of these. No wait. That one's replacing the Whirl, right? So the Whirl, who's good, but one of his best attacks comes from an item, which we keep. Oh, this is great. 5 damage, but heavy on these. 7 damage, but exert on there. And then this thing has steel. +1 pip for each shield they have. So if I shield this guy a lot, he does more damage, which is great. I like that a lot. I think that's a pretty, pretty significant upgrade. Brawler. So Brawler has that bash thing, but it has 3 damage to start with, plus whatever shield you've got. 2 damage Rampage. It can be reused if it was lethal. So at 2 damage, that's not a big deal, because you're not often going to be killing with 2 damage. But if we had a way of boosting it, I'd be pretty excited about that. Like 4 damage in Rampage would be an incredible ability. What are we replacing here? I like the Gladiator. They do have a blank side, so... And this guy is better, isn't he? Yeah, he's quite a lot better. So that's a clear upgrade. I'm not losing anything. I'm losing my only source, Poison. Poison is nice. Who's this fella? I haven't fought this. At least not in this version. It's a boss. That's how I describe that. So 3 of this guy's best abilities come from items. So this guy's doing nothing by himself. I think we take Bash. It's also double the health, and this stun thing, it stuns someone with equal or less HP than me. That's a really nice mechanic again. A very elegant solution to a problem that a lot of games have is like stun is too powerful. So how do you limit it? And saying like, I've got to be tougher than you to stun you is a nice way of doing it. I think it's this. I think Whirl is terrible. And we will not miss it. So the question now is, where do these items go? Because I don't think they belong on Bash anymore. I think that's a straight upgrade, right? Engage can do 4. This sword just does 4. Oh, the poison is an item. I missed that. Shit. That might have changed my decision. So Gladiator is not really any good by themselves either. Yeah, there were 2 very low level classes. I'm only just realizing, yeah, my thing I was saying at the start about classes having levels and maybe there's different levels of class, I think I'm just wrong about that. I think what happened is I saw a Wanderer with a 10 next to their name and thought, oh, level 10 class, but actually that's just their health. Who would like poison? Maybe the monk. Yeah, that's much better than that. Oh, wait, hang on, gladiators is shit. Yeah, we should stick with gladiators, I think. It's not worse than monks. Yeah, fuck it, let's keep it on monk. Now, does anyone want the range thing? Didn't we? Oh, this guy's all ranged. So we got plenty of ranged. We don't need the ranged. It's fine. That's good, I think. If I was really into it, I would properly clock what all the different things a Tarantus can do. Just call it a tarantula. 3 and 3 I very much like. We could be doing 8. Oh, actually 2 to everyone is pretty good here, because that is 8 total as well. Maybe I re-roll this. We got another reroll if it doesn't work out. I'll probably let the monk reroll because I'd like to get that poison if possible. I definitely want cleanse where we can get it. I think that's very solid. Okay, okay. Hitting everybody. 4 damage, 5 damage. Protection. I think we probably want to keep that now because rolling and getting an X would really suck here. So these actually don't combo all that well. There are 2 sides that are bad here, so I think we should stick with this. But I actually think it's not as good as what we had before because we've just got all these massive damage attacks and this one can only hit this guy, so that's an easy decision. This one, it could hit a small guy. It probably makes sense to just maximize damage on the boss. If we take out the boss, what happens with that pit? Kill the topmost enemy. Now, I got a question for you, game. By enemy, do you mean my enemy or the tarantula's enemy? Because that's a critical difference. Let's cleanse this person. And then I think we just also We can protect them or protect the fencer. I've got a funny feeling this might be the last... Oh, that's useful. I didn't know what that button did. What does CN do? Classic normal, I see. Fight 16 out of 20, that's what I wanted to know. I started to think this might be the final fight, it's not. Which means protecting the fencer would make sense. Take all the damage onto the monk. Monk gets 2 shield at the start of their turn. It doesn't protect against poison, but it protects against other stuff, so the poison is, you know, potentially. And also just having, you know, anytime you could have all your poison on one character, that's nice because you can cleanse. Bash can stun somebody. Honestly, there are other options of just to kill that person, so I think that's probably preferable. I think this is good because there's not... The cleave shield is their other best thing, and I think that's not as good in this situation. That's not my favourite gladiator role. That is a decent role for the monk, but I'm going to try for something better. That's great. Is that great? The defense thing? I think it is, because I think we want to cleanse the monk anyway, which means giving them 3 shield. So we'll be giving them 6 shield. I'll be honest, Bash is taking a lot of damage. I mean, this guy alone is doing 12 damage, and then this one is doing 3 more. Oh no, it's just Tarantus. Alright. Alright, do I need to re-strategize here? There's 2 things on my mind. Could we get Tarantus down to low enough health that we could stun them? That would be interesting. So we can stun something with 7 health. They currently have 14 health. Yeah, I think that's doable, isn't it? We've got 6 right there. And that would be 7. I mean, I hate to take it because it's a terrible roll. But if we take this, I think that works. Do I take it? Oh, every instinct in my body says re-roll that, but I think I'm right that this does 7 damage. Once he's on 7 health, we can stun him. I think that's what we do. I actually can... Okay, question answered. That means us. Oh fuck, that does change the calculus a little bit. Because now we're killing the gladiator to save the Bash. The Bash is a better character, but we're also devoting our whole turn to doing that. And ultimately, we still lose a guy. Whereas, the other alternative is we kill all the little spiders first. And then when we do lose someone to kill the Tarantus, there's no way around that, right? It's not like... Is it on hit? That's actually a really interesting question. I can test that. If it was this... Because this is ranged. No. So that's a ranged attack. So it should avoid any retaliation, but it doesn't avoid that. So that's just it's a hard and fast rule. They just will kill. So there's nothing we can do about that, short of having like there's like one ability that can... Ooh, hello! Look at that! You can reform them. That's kind of nice. Okay. I'm inclined to let Bash die, I think. Well, let me see. We protect them, then we do that. Oh, that does save them both. Huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the maths on that is a little bit surprising. In that case, we don't really need this. So we take the good stuff, and we roll the rest. Alright, that's been a long time coming, that decision, but... Dice is cocked. So, we are going to do this, and then we're going to do this. I guess the cleanse is helping a lot there. And then we have to kill... Oh shit, it's going to do it again, isn't it? Oh, fuck. We're still going to lose the gladiator. I think there's just nothing we can do about it, and... Who's attacking the monk? Tarantus and the bottom spider, so we'll certainly kill the bottom spider. You're attacking Bash, but that's not doing anything. Oh, because ultimately it's going to hit the monk. So actually killing you would also help the monk. It didn't. Nor did that. What's going on? Well, you're attacking Stalwart. You're attacking Bash. I mean, that damage has got to be going somewhere, hasn't it? It's going to the monk, surely. So if I kill you, the monk should take less damage. How can someone be doing 3 damage and killing them that has no effect on the outcome? I mean, then I won't kill you, I'll kill someone else, I guess. Because that gets rid of the poison. I don't know why this guy is effectively not having any effect. I know that, like, if damage was being completely absorbed by shield, we wouldn't see an outcome. You don't get to see how much shield is being used up. But we are seeing that they are going to take 4 health damage. Reducing the total damage incoming to them ought to always change how much health is being lost, if health is being lost, right? Oh, the big guy. Lots of big guys. Don't need any shielding, strangely. I guess he's going to summon a spider. Oh my god, the biggest of guys. All the biggest guys. I've got to try for the poison, haven't I? Oh, this is a big turn. This is a very big turn. I think that's just Tyrantus dead right there. Blam. Okay. A little bit, I don't know. The just being forced to lose one of your guys feels a bit shit. Oh, that's interesting. Great sword. Replace the middle side with 5 damage inspired. Inspired times 2 if the previous dice this turn was higher. This guy does 5 damage. So, I mean, I have my rapier, is it? Doesn't say what it's called. I'm going to call that rapier. I've got the big heavy sword. I've got a lot of 5s. Is it strictly greater? Yeah, it has to be 6 or more. Ooh. If that was 4, or if I had a bunch of 6s, or if it was equal to or greater than, I would be well into it, because we can do 5 damage in a given turn. Like, someone's going to roll that. What does Serration mean? Add vulnerable to the top and bottom sides. Hello. That could be amazing. Fuck me. Fuck me! On the Fencer? That would be absurd! Vulnerable means if you do 3 damage and 3 vulnerable, you do 3 damage, and every time that person's attacked this turn, they take 3 more damage. This is a double hit. So you'd do 3 damage, you'd add 3 vulnerable, and if you hit them again with the same side, you'd do 6 damage, and add another 3 vulnerable. If anyone else hit them, they didn't do 6 more damage. That is a boss slayer to end all boss slayers. And in fact, I think we'd probably take Glass Heart off. That's interesting. I mean, this is the kind of synergy. This is what I'm talking about when I say, like, adding an ability to a class, you feel like you're hacking. Feels like a pseudo cheat. So, because I could get rid of the range, but I really like the range. I think it's great to be able to do that. So yeah, 2 damage and 2 vulnerable. The numbers are going to be less crazy here, but you do 2 damage, you add 2 vulnerable. They've lost 2 health. You attack again, they lose 4 health, you add another 2 vulnerable, they're going to lose 4 more health for every other hit they take. Do we have anyone else who attacks twice? No, but we do have a decent amount of, like, I mean, pretty much everyone can attack. If we do this, would we put this somewhere else? Is there someone else who would like that? Like this guy? The Gladiator has 2 health, so let's not do that. Bash, maybe? Thing is, they start so strong that the extra 1 is not that big of a difference. It's not crazy to think about putting on the monk, because the poison would increase with it. But the monk intentionally draws damage to the monk. So, I mean, they haven't died, I don't think. And with 4 extra protection, they're less likely to die. But they're losing 2 shield at the start of each turn by doing that. I mean, I could give that to someone else, but... Oh, I give it to Bash, because Bash actually does more damage with 4 shield. Ooh, this might be a thing. This might work. Holy shit. Yeah, that on the fencer is absolutely insane. The only other thing we could consider is what if the bow was on this guy, so all those things are ranged. Or even this guy. Oh shit. Oh shit. The only thing is like ranged. Okay, I was going to say ranged. Like things that need ranged often have low health, like this sniper. But actually the basilisk, after you hit them, they fly, so, and that's a ton of health. So in this fight, it's not crazy to do this. And so then we're thinking about bringing this back, and then you get the truly insane one of 3 damage plus 3 vulnerable, then 6 damage and 6 vulnerable. I mean, it's such a boss killer, except I can't do it to any flying things. I'm going to try this. This feels right to me. It's insane, but it feels right. And I wonder if Gladiator should have Cloak? No. Saving yourself is never better than doing the damage. Especially since that, I mean, I guess because they're so low health, maybe I should have done it, but... Alright, it's happened. It's happened. There it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. And the 2 damage, helping with Bash. Bash is ranged, which is great. Cleave Shield would add to Bash's attack. It would also save the Gladiator and protect our Fencer, who extra needs protecting because they can permanently die. This is looking incredibly strong already. Gladiator can protect themselves, but doesn't need to because we're going to do the Cleave Shield. Unless we go lower. But no, we want Bash to hit. We want Bash to be affected. Maybe. What's their other options? Oh, they could do 4 damage. Who is that person hitting? They're hitting the monk. Maybe we actually snipe them with this. In which case, boosting them doesn't matter. And so we'd Cleave Shield these 3. And let this guy just do his own thing. I think I'm happy with that. I mean, I haven't even decided what we're going to do with the Fencer. I want to... What if I... We've got to take out the Sniper. This is the only thing we can do with this. Because the cursed part of me is thinking Fencer should go for the Spiker. The Fencer can start on the Spiker, and then someone else can chime in. I want the hand. Yeah, I got the hand. Great. Okay. What I want to do... Oh, damn. Let me just play around for a sec. If I do this, he's got 6 range damage. Oh, the range damage doesn't trigger the Spiker thing. So can we do something like... My trouble is the monk's going to die, aren't they? The monk can save themselves, but that's it. I was wondering about the monk taking the damage that the Fencer's about to incur. So if we do this, 3 damage, 3 vulnerable. This guy can almost kill them and takes no damage in return. There's another... If we hit the Basilisk will take off. They'll be flying. If the Spiker is dead then, the Sniper no longer needs to be hit by a ranged attack. So the Fencer could finish them off. But that requires 3 attacks total, and we only have 2 left. That's a hell of a hit on the Spiker though. I love how strong that is. Am I crazy? Oh, I see. We got protected by that. Let me just do this again. So they're protected from that. That's beautiful. Bash then smacks them. Gladiator finishes them off, shielding themselves. We've taken no damage. Fencer hits them. We're not making full use of vulnerable there, but it's a fucking strong first turn, isn't it? We've already killed the Spiker with no major damage. In fact, we've taken no damage. We will take some, but... Oh, what's happened to the Fencer? Okay. Is that for hitting the Basilisk? Yeah. That's a bit of a high price to pay, but the Fencer has a lot of good sides. I think we're happy with it. These two together I'm not scared of. I do wish this game had a bit more structure to it, like, you know, I was wondering if that tarantula was the last fight in the game, and that's partly because I just don't know where I am in the run. Like, it does tell you, and there is a little bar chart thing, but there's no sense of space in this game. I remember saying this, like, from the very first thing. I wish it just, like, after a fight would zoom out to a map and then zoom back in, even if the map meant nothing and there was no decisions to make and nothing else. Just a sense of context, just like feeling like you're making progress. Big old hit. That seems good. Not sure about this. Oh, he's ranged as well. Huh. Yeah, we still stick with it. Nope, I didn't select that. I'm going to reroll everything else. The hand's fine. Might take that. I probably should have stuck with the hand. Okay, Fencer can slice everyone. I'm sort of wondering, is like this can hit the sniper, but if it hits the basilisk instead, then we're going to hit the sniper anyway. Okay, that was good. This build works. Now what's going on? Okay, so this... Oh, that can revive. This prevents death. So that could have helped against the tarantula. It's too late now. Valkyrie's okay. 4 and Death Wish on that sword is nice. So if they're going to die, they do a ton of damage. Leader has some good damage size. This thing, target hero can use their dice again. That's really good. That, oh my god, oh my god. On the Fencer with the vulnerable. They get 2 shots already. Okay. I know you don't need me to spell this out, but just for like theory crafting enjoyment, they do, let me bring it up, 3 damage and apply 3 vulnerable. Then they attack again, do 6 damage, and the enemy gets a total of 6 vulnerable. Then they get their turn refreshed by the other guy. Their next hit does 9 damage, and the target has 9 vulnerable. The hit after does 12 damage, and then they have 12 vulnerable. I can't, off the top of my head, add up all those numbers for how much damage that's done by that point, but they've done so much damage, and if anyone else even touches that guy, they're going to be annihilated. Okay, so, as you can tell, I'm leaning towards this one. Oh my god, they could also armor it, so it would be 5 damage and 5 vulnerable, then 10 damage and 10 vulnerable. Oh my god, it's so good. Duplicate. Copy this into allied size and sound. Even that synergizes with it, because once you've applied the vulnerable, anyone who didn't roll an attack, you could copy attacks to them so that they all get to benefit this turn. It's going to be leader, isn't it? What, that middle one is rescue, yeah, so if you save somebody then you get to keep doing it, but when it's only 2 defense, that's not great. It's going to be leader. The gladiator had a big old attack on the left hand side. I think I prefer the reroll thing. It's debatable whether, like, I'm a little bit tempted by that. So less power, but both ranged. And range is utility, you know, if you roll it, like when you need it, you'd be waiting for this. And if you don't need it, fine, these things are great too. I mean, that one isn't great most of the time, as we said, because 2 damage. Almost everyone else is going to roll something better than 2 damage. If I could put this thing and have it affect the top slot instead, that would be great, but I can't. I suppose... Ah! What about this? Take this off, leave it with 3. Move this bow to there. So now everything is ranged, and I believe this duplicate thing would give everybody a range shot. So when you need range shots, you can have as many as you like. I think that's strong. And I still think there's nobody who really needs this. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Let me actually just check. So, level 3, level 3, level 3. So the monk's the only level 2 class now. So I think level 3, is level 3 the maximum? We're on fight 18 out of 20. Yeah, I don't think it gets any bigger than this. I'm going to speak too soon now and say this fight doesn't look too scary. We fought all of these enemy types before. None of them terrify me. We've got my favourite fucking thing. I see 2 people are going to die. Don't love that. We've got double armourer Oh, and that's going to be real strong. That's going to be real fucking strong. I think the Fanatic is probably one of the bigger dangers. Actually, oh, look at that. The thickness of the line shows you how much damage they're doing. That's really nice. So you can see with the Stalwart, the problem is 2 strong attacks hitting them. So, with Armourer and... what is this called? Does it have a name? Did I dream this? Or like, don't they sometimes have names for the sides? Maybe not. With those 2 together, let's call it, let's invent a name for it. Let's just call it the double slash. So with Armourer and double slash, we can do 5, then 5. We can definitely slay the Fanatic. That Fanatic. This one, not so much with that. None of them are dying by a lot, so any shielding will work. This might be better. This is better than Cleave, though, isn't it? I'm going to keep this. I think versatile shielding, this is like the time for it. Love that. And I quite like that. Yeah, I think we're happy with that. So, let's... I mean, we could boost the shield, but I think it makes more sense to do this. I'm so excited about this. And we're going to kill the top Fanatic. Because we can. See, now they have 5... We don't need to hit them again with this. We can hit with anything else. But then we don't have a less powerful attack. That's our least powerful attack. Part of me really wants to hit the other guy. It doesn't make sense though, does it? Because it's just less damage. So that guy will now kill himself. That's nice. Monk can take that hit. And then this guy can defend the monk. That seems good. Yeah, that's really good. We're going to have 2 enemies after this. Do you know what I hope doesn't happen? I hope we don't get Hexia as the final boss. Hexia is a boss where however much damage you do to them, they do that much damage back to you. And I got real good at doing damage. So that would be distressing for me. I'm going to reroll that actually. Poison's nice. This seems nice. Fencer really needs to roll better, damn it. You've got 3 good sides, Fencer, and you rolled the other 3. Poison on Troll is nice. We can also refresh that, and I think we should. So that the Troll is just going to keep on dying, and then we just protect Bash. I think we probably protect Fencer then. Leader obviously needs it more, but Fencer is more important. Yeah, they've added a ton of classes to this game since I last played. And my 2 favourites are both new, Fencer and Wanderer. Oh, in beauty. Oh my god, look at the damage. Look at the damage. The damage! I don't think we need that. Oh, it's okay, we've got another reroll. Okay. What are we doing here? I think we go for the Troll first. Because there's an insta-kill apparently. And now anything can hit this guy. But I feel like I want to do the range thing because it makes everything else ranged. And I don't know why, but that's just pleasing to me. Oh my god. Oh, fumble. What's fumble? 50% chance to be blank. +3. Oh my god, on the middle column. On the middle column! These could be 6s. That could be a 5 damage to all enemies. That's so dumb. That's insane. Okay, what's the other option? Dumbbell. +4 pips to all sides with 4 or more pips. Holy shit. Oh my god. Can you imagine on him? That's 9, 9, and 11. Fucking hell. I mean, obviously what I'm really thinking about is there any way to get these guys to 4 pips and then add that? But no, that would be crazy. Oh, we might want the dumbbells. But this +3, obviously it's great. 50% chance to be blank. Blanks. So, 50% chance to be blank each turn. That is, the dice would be changed, then you roll it, right? And the roll, which side's a blank, is consistent throughout the re-rolls. In other words, as long as they're not all blank, then you have a chance to get a good one from re-rolling them. It is chance on top of chance, which is always a bit scary. 50%. So, in a normal turn, 1 or 2 of these are going to be blank. It's pretty rough. It's one of those things where, like, the upside may outweigh the downside. This thing is all upside. It's just huge. But only for this guy. Oh my god. This is comical. Do you know what? I think we take this off and we put that on. Because at this point, you're getting so much extra power. Like that, what is that, 11? This is 8. So it's 11 and it cancels your next turn, or 8 and it doesn't. You just get to keep doing it. That's way better. And now we have the spare shieldy guy. It is a bit of a shame that we lose the synergy between the shield and that, but I think leader's only got 8 health. Oh no, let's put it back on monk. It made sense to put it on monk, didn't it? Okay, man, I'm excited about this build. It's really becoming something. Alright, oh my god, we just get it all the fucking time and it's so good. I would love to get the reroll side on this one, so I might hold out for that. We're getting very evenly distributed damage here. I think that cleave shield would be great for us. And then that is fine. We do have a whiz there, so he's flying. It is worth having some range damage. But there's 2 other ways this could be ranged. And the whiz isn't doing anything scary to us. Demons are actually the scariest thing here. That's ranged. I'm still hoping for the magic. We didn't get the magic, but it's a little bit awkward because since we can't kill... Oh wait, he's going to be stunned when we take off that HP, so that's good. What's he currently doing? Let's see the damage. Oh, he's doing no damage. What's he doing? What is it? Oh, summon 2 bones. Oh my god, I've got to stop that. No, thank you. And we can't hit him with the vulnerable first because that is not ranged. So that's a good job. This guy dies if he takes 4 damage in 1 hit, so we can sure do that. But what I'm mainly interested in, this guy is summoning an imp. There's a quick way to do this, isn't there? If I left click on the portrait, it tells me what they're going to do. If I left click on the dice, oh, it also does. Okay, fine. Fine, work in a logical way. See how I like it. And do demons hurt you when you attack them? No, imps do. So I want to kill this guy. That's what I've decided. And I'm going to do it by hitting him with this. And then, is it just 1 more hit? Oh my god, it is. That's incredible. This is so good that it's like, you can't ever get full value out of it because it just, you only need 1 hit of this to kill an enemy. And then the second hit is kind of wasted. In fact, would that kill it? No. Okay, I mean, this is still great. It's not quite enough to kill the zombie, so I think we go for the demon. And then let's take the bashes hit onto the monk, and then let's use cleave shield on these guys. Fencer takes a bit of damage, which isn't ideal, but we've got a lot of time to do something about it if it gets scary. And the enemies just aren't that scary now. No one's summoning. That is a nasty hit. But... oh, why is that only 4? Oh, because he's not full health. Ah, we shouldn't have let him take the hit. Because being full health is important. I mean, the other thing we do is just not use that side this turn. I might like that, but defense is going to be important this turn. Who is doing this damage? Mostly that demon. Can we kill that demon? Maybe. It would be 9 damage. We've got 4 right there. Tempted to keep that one. I never know whether 2 out of 2 means I've got 2 out of 2 remaining or I've used 2 out of 2. I think it means I've got 2 out of 2 remaining. Maybe I shouldn't take that. It's tempting, but... Hang on, that's 5 and this is 4. We need 9 to kill the demon. We should do this. Oh, I saw those good sides coming up. Fencer is poisoned. Let's definitely heal them. Okay, that's great. That's great. I mean, actually, are they currently poisoned or is that incoming? It's incoming. Okay. Then let's do this first. Where is it incoming from? A zombie. And zombie will die if we do 4 damage to it. Which we can. In fact, we can just win. Okay. So yeah, Monk is our last level 2, and now they get to level up to level 3. Stoic is the most monk-like thing. They get to stun. Oh. Because stun is anyone less health than you. 15 health on Stoic. That's very good. Then Paladin, lots of nice big hammers. To be honest, these aren't as big a deal as they might have been earlier in the run. What does Dumbbell do? Okay, so all of those could go +4, but that's not better than what we have on the Bash. So I'm leaning towards this because I like the ability to take damage onto yourself. I like the stun. Stun it can't do ranged. Stun is not ranged, I guess is the way to say it, which is a bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. Monk's items replaces the middle side with poison and 2 shield to start with. The 2 shield to start with goes well with everything this guy's doing. Replacing the middle side doesn't go well with either of these, but that's fine. I think it's a Stoic. I think Stoic's just a solid choice. What? We could give the Stoic the bow, because there's no damage reduction. And then also this. Yeah, I think that's strong. It's weird that this guy has never needed any items. There's no items that seem to really help him. Okay, the dragon is nasty. The dragon's like the most straightforward boss. It just has a fuck ton of health and it does a fuck ton of damage. that's all that's going on with the dragon. Oh god. Well, actually the permadeath on the Fencer is no longer that big of a deal because it's the last round. This is the final boss. We probably want to get as much shielding as we can. Stoic? I see the hand sides are of varying strengths, and the one they've rolled is not great. But them taking it instead of the Fencer, that just solves the Fencer's problem completely, right? And we want to keep the Fencer at exactly full health, because then they can do 8 damage with this. That is 3 range damage, which is just deals with the archer right away. That's a lot of normal damage, which is nice against the dragon. Who is that? That's Bash. Sorry, I'm looking at possible sides, not the current side, obviously. I want to reroll that. This ranged one, what are the ways this can go bad? If it rolls the armory side, that's not great for us right now, because we've committed to this stiletto, rapier. Rather than, you know what, we should reroll this, because if we get the vulnerable side, just chewing through that dragon's health could be unbelievable. I think I want to keep, actually no, they're only doing 2 damage, we don't care about that guy at all. I do want to kill it, but am I rerolling all of this? I think I am. Because we have the potential for just this insane turn. Now that I do like. It's going to hit the dragon, but that might be what we want. Maybe we count our chickens here. What's the phrase? The opposite of push your luck. Count our blessings? I can't think of the phrase. Hedge our bets? I feel like there's a word that means stop taking risks and accept the small win that you have. Is this any good? This is fairly good. Because Stoic's going to take the fencer's stuff, but they'll still be in this threesome to be protected. Stalwart doesn't have anything. Oh, actually, no, Stalwart has some cleanse sides. I'd rather get those. Fencer, please roll something better, because I passed up something good. Oh no! Oh no! That's bad. That's really bad. Oh, you've got to roll better, mate. I'm really counting on you. You're kind of a star player. Stoke's going to die now. That's not intended. That's not a feature. This has to hit the dragon, which is not that great since it's not vulnerable. Oh, fuck. Oh, might be off to a rough start. I mean, it's still a big fucking hit on the dragon. It's almost a quarter of its health from turn one. That's not bad at all. And then I think we just take out the archer, right? It's not... They're not our biggest threat, but just one less enemy is nice. Alright, that's not how I wanted turn one to go. I shot for the stars and I fucking hit the gutter. Okay. Okay. Stoic would be great at stunning people if I hadn't chewed through all their health from turn one. Stalwart, this is okay. I think there's enough people dying that they probably do want to keep this. Range is of no use to us right now. Fencer, please come through here. Okay, 8 damage. That can kill the core right away. This is ranged. It's not great. I really just need a ton of block. Oof. We don't have any healing, do we? I kind of forgot we didn't have any healing. I don't know if it would have changed anything. Oof. Okay, so this person is... The fencer can save themselves. That isn't really the problem we have. Do you know what? Anyone who's got cleanse kind of needs to keep rolling to try and get cleanse. Oh, the Stoic doesn't have cleanse and the monk did. Oh no, Stalwart is our only cleanse and there's a fuck ton of poison. Oh boy. We might be fucked. I might have horribly misjudged this. I think the monk might have been better than the Stoic. I don't know. I mean, we pivoted hard into damage, and I think we're just paying the price of that. If the Stoic just, like, rolls a hand side, and they take damage onto themselves and they die this turn, like, they could save the Stalwart, for example. Stalwart will be at full health. Because the hand isn't just, like, as much damage as I can take. It's all of the damage, no matter how badly that kills you. Oof. I've got to try for cleanse. There's too much poison going around for that not to be what I go for. This thing isn't exciting because we're not going to stack a ton of block on you. I think I just reroll everything. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. So my plan is Stoic can't survive, so they're just going to save the Stalwart, because the Stalwart has the cleanse. +9 and +6. Yeah, I'm not going to try and save you, mate. You're down. Oh, is that... I think that is the right call, but Fencer is going to be in a bad way. So... we hit the dragon. Oh yeah, of course. The core is killing the Fencer. I figured that out already. Alright, so we lose the Stoic. The dragon's less than half health now. There's no other enemies. And no one else is poisoned, at least. I mean, I really like that as a strategy of just like... There's tons of awful stuff happening. Let's make sure it all happens to one of us. That stun is no use to us, is it? Oh, these are some bad rolls. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, this is it, this is it, this is it. We can do it. because we're going to armory the double blades. The double blades are going to hit. The double blades are going to hit. The big sword's going to hit. Fucking did it! Splattered. What splattered? Overkill enemy +2. We overkilled the dragon. We overkilled the final boss of the game by +10. Ah, damage pays off. Triple the pips of all... Excuse me? Triple the pips of all damage? Is that a level 17 item? What do you mean by level 7? How is... That's not a thing. We don't have level 17 items. Is that for like an endless mode or something? I feel like level 7 was the highest we had, right? A dumbbell. Level 9. That was a level 17 item. I guess is there an endless mode? Okay, that was super fun. That was not the run I expected to have, but oh my god, I got so fucking excited about that fencer's ability. It's a shame that they don't have names, because I really want to, you know, rave about that. The Wanderer, I keep mentioning the Wanderer, it's my other favourite class. They have like a knuckle duster side to their dice, and that just does 1 damage, plus as much damage as it's incoming to the Wanderer. And there is something very cool about like their whole vibe. I mean, the name, the knuckle duster, and this idea that the harder you come at me, the harder I gut punch you. It's just like, it's such perfect theme mechanics. I'm not quite sure what I was saying there. Theme mechanics resonance. Perfect fusion of theme and mechanics. Like it's actually I think a really good example of like that mechanic is cool, but when you make it a knuckle duster and you call the person the Wanderer, it gets like 10 times cooler. And it's not the obvious way to theme it, I think. Anyway, I love it. And I love this game. It's just, there's so much that's elegant and brilliant about it. And I keep talking about it, and I feel like I haven't quite got to the heart of it, but there is something so simple and so effective about the pre-made classes, plus items that you can bolt on in any way you like, to customize them, to cut off their disadvantages, to triple their advantages, to really like make them your own. I think it's the most simple implementation I've ever seen of that, and it's fantastic.